Good morning, how you guys doing? This is Mike. I'm back with the thought of the day on March 15, 2023. And first I want to give honor and praise to the Elohim of Israel for waking me up today and giving me the strength to bring you this message and the wisdom. And my thought of the day today is facing the pain. Facing the pain. One day at my job, I was walking downstairs in the adult unit of the rehab, and one of the women stopped me. One of the clients, kind of older lady, and she said, "It seemed like you be floating through here, like you don't have a care in the world." She was like, "What's your secret?" And I told her that it was the work I did in terms of facing my pain while doing the steps. And once I faced my pain while doing the steps, it broke me down to a point to where I was like a child, and then the power of the Most High, the Holy Spirit, was able to enter me and not only kill the obsession for alcohol, but bring peace into my life. See, a lot of times in life, we run away from the pain, and running away from that pain keeps us in bondage of addiction, bondage of depression, and bondage of other tricks that the adversary uses to keep us down. I often tell my students that when you do the work, especially when you get to that fourth and fifth step, it's like being in a red zone in a football game. The coach keep calling the dive play up the middle, but you don't want to get tackled, so you keep trying to run on the outside, and you just keep losing yards. When if you just run the play up the middle, yeah, you might get banged up a little, but you have a good chance of reaching that end zone. And that end zone is the relationship with the Most High, once that spirit enters you. I done had about 7 to 8 sponsees, and I only had like one that was willing to do that fourth and fifth step. The other ones have quit before we got to that point, and many of them have relapsed because they were scared to take that look at themselves. See, I had to face the pain and confess it to somebody else. I had to confess the things that I did. I had to confess the things that happened to me. I had to confess my thoughts and my decisions. I even had to confess my fears. And by doing that, it killed the bondage of me. See, I was the problem, being selfish and self-centered. I wanted what I wanted and when I wanted it. And a lot of that came from fear of things that happened to me or things that I did, the shame and guilt. And facing that pain and talking about it and putting it out there took away that bondage of self, took away the ego and the arrogance, and it made me accessible for the spirit and made me the person that I am, that's willing to work for the Most High. See, many of us walking away now are scared to face that pain, to look at it in the mirror and say, yes, I've been through that. Because we have to understand that journey of pain and suffering was only a testimony so we can go tell other people what he did for us and how he brought us through it. So not only are you cheating yourself by not facing the pain, you're treating the Most High, because you're not really living in your purpose until you face that pain and go out and tell everybody what he did for you. There's so many people that's in the Bible that went through that faced that pain. Like the lady that was bleeding, I think, for 12 years. Now, imagine once she touched his cloth and she was able to stop bleeding and go out and tell people what she did. The fact that she was bleeding for 12 years, that's a testimony. But she faced it when she traveled all the way to go see him. Stop running away from that pain and do the work to face it so we can overcome these addictions and live a peaceful life with serenity. So whatever you're going through, put a plan together where you could confess it and talk about it and get that pain out of you. And yeah, it's gonna hurt. Like I said, you might get tackled, you might get hit a couple times, but when you reach that end zone, when you reach that place where the Most High wants you to be, and you feel that spirit come in you, there's no better feeling in the world. Trust me, there's no better feeling in the world. This is Brother Mike, and I want to thank you guys for joining me for this short video. And remember, the pain and the agony is what's going to bring you to the Most High. Don't be afraid to face the pain. Shalom.